Hey everyone, James Baek here. It's time for some more VGC 2015 battles from the Doubles Battle Spot Ladder. Today's team, same team as we've been running for the past week. Tyranitar, Landers, Incarnate, Rotom, Heat, Suicune, Salamence, and Ferrothorn. This team has pretty much proven itself well, and I feel like it has a lot of potential. We're going to find two battles, and hopefully we can see how this team does, and hopefully it does well. Alright, our first opponent today will be Brandon from the United States with a 1714 rating. Oh man, disconnects are annoying people, and they're dropping my rating so down as if we would have won our last battle, 1800s, but nope. Anyway, Salamence, Clefable, Edgeslash, Heatran, Virizion, and Milotic. This team very similar to a lot of teams actually, and it was a team I tested a while ago, except Clefairy over Clefable, and I didn't have Edge Slash. I think I had Bisharp, but the rest of the Pokemon are definitely the same. So I know what this is going to do. Follow me setup with Mega Salamence. Definitely not a bad option. What do I want to go? How do I want to deal with this team? My own Salamence looks pretty good, but that Milotic is so scary. So scary. I'm going to leave with Rotom for that Milotic. Ferrothorn doesn't look like a bad lead, but he might leave with Heatran. So I want to leave Rotom and Landers, actually. Tyranitar, because Tyranitar actually does really well against his team. It lives to close combat from the Virizion especially, so that's a really good option. And I have Salamence in the back. Ferrothorn might have been a good option. Just specifically for that Milotic, but I'm really scared because Edgeslash is a Pokemon if it's carrying something like a Life Orb. Then again, Virizion's probably carrying the Life Orb, but Edgeslash, it does a lot of damage to Ferrothorn with a Shadow Ball. It might even be a 2 KO, depending on the spread, if it's like 252 or the 100 special attack variant. We also don't know that Salamence is mixed or physical, but I would probably guess it would be all-out physical. Probably Return / Double Edge, Dragon Dance, Protect, and maybe like Roost or Earthquake. Definitely a bit of priority. But my opponent does lead with the Heatran, which is definitely awesome for me, because I get to lead my Rotom and Landers here. And he had no Electric type immunity, so I'm just going to go straight for the Thunderbolt into Milotic. I'm going to protect Landers because I don't want to lose Landers right now. Heatran might switch out into something, let's say, Salamence, which I wouldn't mind because I still have the option to hit Empower Ice that slot. And Thunderbolt might be a 2 KO into Milotic. And, I don't know, the worst thing here is Heatran sets up a substitute and Milotic goes for like a Miracle or Hydro Pump or something. But I wonder if this is Scarf Milotic. They're usually bulky, but, you know, I use Scarf Milotic. It's definitely a great Pokemon. Heatran not going to protect. Very nice prediction. Thunderbolt doing a lot to the Milotic. Ice Beam into Landers, and Heatran is going to go for that substitute. So, really nice read by my opponent, but maybe a better play would have been... I didn't know how bulky this Milotic was, so I was worried about a Thunderbolt not bringing down to range for a might have not brought it down to range for Earth Power to knock out. So we're in a tough position. He might switch out one of his Pokemon. I guess he could switch out to Virizion. That's a decent play I could see. I kind of just want to Thunderbolt the Heatran slot and Earth Power to Milotic, because Earth Power would do more to the Virizion switching. He's going to withdraw Milotic. I wonder if this is Virizion coming in. I wouldn't be surprised. Virizion is going to come out, so did call that correctly, but, you know, I didn't want... Oh, but Heatran does not protect. I thought it would. Heatran substitute's going to fade. We're going to get a nice Earth Power onto Virizion. Should do a good amount of damage. Oh, wow, that's special defense. That is special defense. And Heatran goes for another substitute. Excellent play by Brandon right here. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you go for a substitute. I think you could have just went for Protect and saved all your health. So I'm really confused to see that, but not the worst thing in the world. Now the predicament is I think you target the Landers with a Leaf Blade and you Heat Wave here. But he might just still initial Rotom, which would trouble me. You know what? I have to switch out the Rotom. I need the Salamence for Hyper Voice. And I'm going to protect Landers because I don't want to take any Heat Wave Leaf Blade damage. And the Intimidate's going to help out because of Virizion. And now that my Melodic's not on the field, I can freely send out Salamence. A Hyper Voice might actually be able to knock it out because of how looks like physical defensive that Melodic is. We have not confirmed if it's Scarf either. That could be another option. So if it's Scarf Melodic, we might have some issues, but wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. My opponent's probably deciding what to do here, but I don't know. I think he's Stone Edge to Rotom if I was in his situation. But Stone Edge after an Intimidate, not sure how much it's going to do. The Heat Wave is going to hurt a bit. We're going to protect Landers. Let's see what my opponent goes for. It's the Leaf Blade into Landers and the Heat Wave, so perfect. I get Salamence in for free. That Heat Wave don't burn. Okay, no 10% chance. Burn. Not today. Not today. And I don't want to take any damage from my Landers. Heatran's not really a big threat to me. I just realized. I don't want to take like a critical hit Stone Edge, so I'm going to protect Salamence. We also might just see Virizion switch out. He's going for a Leaf Blade and Heat Wave, so I think I'm going to switch out to Rotom because it's a safe switch out. I also don't want Landers to take any damage right now because it's my for sure fire way knock out this Heatran once I can knock out the substitute. So I'm making this play. It's a really safe move. We're probably going to see Virizion protect or go on the offensive. I'm just going to protect Salamence. He's not going to protect Virizion. Interesting. Going straight for the Stone Edge into Salamence as I predicted. And the Heat Wave, Rotom should be taking that just fine. Yeah, Rotom, eat it up, Rotom. You're not even any bulk on this Rotom. Which I think I should change because Timid Nature has not helped me. I mean, the only thing Timid Nature really did outspeed Landers, but all the extra speed EVs only helped me just outspeed the Kingdra Rain, which did win us the battle. But here, Virizion switches out or protects. Okay, so I was waiting for my phone to stop. Hopefully it did. I feel like I'm just going to Thunderbolt the Heatran and Hyper Voice. He doesn't have a really good switching for the Hyper Voice end. Probably Salamence in the back, we could assume. I'm going to Thunderbolt, break the substitute on Heatran. So that is really nice. We won't probably see a Flash Cannon. We're probably going to see Heat Wave, Earth Power, Protect. And Heat Wave's not doing much to our Salamence, so we're alright. Hyper Voice is going to do a decent amount to the Heatran, who's going to fire off his Heat Wave, do some nice damage. Just don't burn the Salamence, and we're all good. Ah, man. As soon as I say it, people. As soon as I say it. Oh, man. That's going to send us back. That's going to send us back a lot. So Heatran's probably going to protect here. I'm just going to Hyper Voice and Thunderbolt the Virizion slot. If he switches out, I think I'll be able to knock out whatever comes in with a Thunderbolt and Hyper Voice. Let's say if it's Salamence, I should be able to knock it out. But that Heat Wave burn, I mean, if it didn't burn, I mean, it's 10% chance. You usually don't expect Heat Wave to burn, so that is really unfortunate. Oh my goodness. If I can knock out Virizion, that would be a huge momentum swing because this Tyranitar is able to beat this. And he is going to switch out, going to Salamence. Was about to Draco Meteor that slot too, people. Not gonna lie, I was going to Draco Meteor, but I saw no point. If Heatran's probably going to protect here? No, he's not. Bold mood. Thunderbolt going to connect with the Salamence, do some decent damage. We're going to get a Hyper Voice off. That's still decent damage. Heat Wave, Salamence Voice. Okay, we're getting some luck back. We're getting some luck in this factor. Heatran going to heal with leftovers. Alright, that Heat Wave miss. Oh man, I would have taken the Heat Wave attack and not burn, but whatever. I'm going to Draco Meteor and Thunderbolt this Heatran. Because Salamence has to protect or switch out. He is going to Mega Evolve. We're probably just going to see a Protect here, and I think a Thunderbolt Draco Meteor might actually get this Heatran, so this is why I'm going for it. Also, I don't want to knock out Rotom yet. Salamence is going to go for the Protect. It was kind of obvious. We're going for the Draco Meteor. And the Thunderbolt. This is a strong Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think Draco Meteor might pick up the knockout. Yeah. Draco Meteor connects. And should knock out this Heatran. I'd be surprised if it didn't. Yeah, we pick up the knockout onto Heatran. Critical hit did not matter if Hyper Voice was doing more damage. So we knock out the Heatran, which is a huge knockout. I wonder who we're going to see next. Milotic might come out, but I think Virizion probably the one who's going to come out. Yep, Virizion's going to come out, and I don't know if he's expecting the Rotom speed, but I'm going to Thunderbolt the Salamence and Hyper Voice. If he's foolish enough to not protect Virizion, he loses his Virizion and Salamence. He can't really switch out to Milotic. That's not really an option unless you want your Milotic knocked out. So either way, I'm in a really nice, safe position here. Just because he really just can't switch out right now. He has to let his Pokemon, one of his Pokemon is going down this turn at least. Unless Salamence gets like a double protect. But otherwise, we're pretty much guaranteed a knockout. Unless Virizion switches out to Milotic, that would actually be a really good play. But nope, he's going for the double protect. Oh man, does Hyper Voice knock out? at -2? It is stab, and it is, quite boosted. Is that Assault Vest? Close comment to the Rotom. I'm really curious to see if that is like a... Oh man, I'm really curious to see if that's Assault Vest Virizion because of how well it took that, it took that Earth Power pretty well, so I'm guessing Assault Vest. I'm gonna send out Tyranitar here. We're gonna get the Sandstream up, which means these Pokemon are pretty much going down in a turn. Now I'm definitely gonna Hyper Voice, and I live a close combat from Life of Virizion with this Tyranitar. At least I hope I do. I hope this isn't Eevee wrong. So I'm gonna Rock Slide. I'm gonna risk it. He also might just double protect here, but I don't think that's the right play because your Pokemon are also going to be taking sand damage as well, and that really wouldn't just help you. That wouldn't help your position at all right now. I guess you could switch out the Virizion into Milotic. That could make sense. He also might be scared of a Scar Tyranitar now, which is... But no, he can't be afraid of a Scarf Tyranitar because my Rotom Heat was Scarf. Virizion's going to protect. Let's see what the Salamence goes for. It has to choose one move. Earthquake? Oh, it's going to be the Roost. That's actually really brilliant. That's really brilliant here. We're going to get a Hyper Voice off. I should have just went for the Draco Meteor. We're going to get a Rock Slide off. Hopefully it hits the Salamence. It does. It will do some good damage. Yeah, pretty much bring it down to where it was earlier. Salamance's gonna go down. And Virizion taking another sand. Not gonna be a knockout, unfortunately, but I can send out Landers now. Now, he's probably gonna double edge in close combat. He also might switch out the Virizion, which would be okay. If he keeps roosting, he's just taking more damage, so I'm just gonna Rock Slide. If I can pick up a double knockout, I win. I doubt he's gonna he can't Earthquake here. He probably doesn't even have Earthquake if you have Roost. So, it really comes down to if I EV'd my Tyranitar right. Hopefully I did. It should be EV right. EV'd right, because I am EV to live Terrakyon's close combat, and I should be able to live a close combat from Virizion bearing the highest damage roll. Which I hope doesn't happen here. Oh man, please, damage rolls work in my favor. You also might just switch out Virizion into Milotic. But then again, that's really not a play you have to make right now. I guess since they're stalling out the sand, but Milotic might just faint. We're going to protect Landers, I don't want to take a double edge. And Salamence just is going to keep going for the Roost. Okay. Maybe I should have just went for the Hidden Power there. Maybe I played it too safe. But he Leaf Blades into the Lander slot. That's actually huge momentum swing. We're going to get a Rock Slide off and knock out the Virizion. do some good damage to the Salamence. Oh man, this might be a game changer. Game changer. This is a game changer. Milotic is gonna have to come through. Okay, we still have a good chance actually. What's the best play here? You're probably going to actually double edge now and Scald. You know what? I'm going to Thunder Wave the Milotic and try to double protect. I do get to double protect, so I don't know if he roosts is still bad, but I don't think you do. Scarf Milotic! Yes! Yes, and how do I know that Scarf? It outsped the Salamence, and that is huge. We're going to get a Thunder Wave off onto his Milotic. Slow down that Milotic. Hold your horses. I know you're fast. You want to get some action. But you're not getting that action today. You are going to be paralyzed. You're going to be in bed. You're going to be in bed. And you know what I can do? I'm going for the Hidden Power. I'm going for the Rock Slide. Oh my goodness. Thunder Wave Tyranitar. Come through. Oh my goodness. Please come through. Hit your Rock Slide. I think Rock Slide will knock out this Milotic. It's Scarf, so it's not bulky. Unless it's a really slow Salamence, but even then, you only run speed on Milotic if you're Scarf, so that should be a Scarf Milotic. It should be knocked out by Rock Slide. Salamence probably can't touch Tyranitar other than a Double Edge or Roost or whatever it had. I mean, Return or whatever Flying type stab it has. We're going to see the Return into the Landers. That probably will knock out. Oh! Sandmo, too strong, Hidden Power, connect with the Salamence. That's a fainted Salamence. Critical hit did not matter. It's a Life Orb. Life Orb HP Ice. Unfortunately, Landis is going to go down, but you were a warrior, Landis. Now, Rock Slide connects, wins us the game. It's single target, so it's definitely going to KO. You're Scarf. You're Scarf. You're not living. Yeah, you're not living. And Thunder Wave Tyranitar gonna seal up the game. Oh my goodness, what a close game. I thought after that Heatwave Baron we were gonna be set back a long way, but Thunder Wave Tyranitar coming through, and oh my goodness, people, I am so proud of Tyranitar right now. That was such a close battle. Yeah, so I probably should have assumed the Virizion was Assault Vested, so maybe I should have just doubled up into the Virizion slot and be safe. That was probably the better play, to be honest. But I did not expect this Elements go for a double protect. Yeah, I think it did, actually, so. You know what? I think, luck was both ways, and we were able to pull through. So we're going to find a second mount and see how we do. Okay, we got an 1865 rated player from Japan. Finally, we're facing some really strong teams. But this one's kind of interesting for an 1865 player. We got Talonflame, Heatran, Jellicent, Azumarill, Kangaskhan, and Abomasnow now. Oh, don't even get me started on these Japanese tactics where where this team looks Trick Room. I think it's Trick Room. Kangaskhan, Abomasnow, Azumarill, Jellicent, and Heatran are all Trick Room Pokemon. But then you have a Talonflame, and then you find out that Abomasnow is like Scarf, and then just a whole bunch of weird shenanigans. But you know what? I'm gonna assume this is Trick Room. I'm assuming that's a Quick Guard Talonflame to help with the Fake Out pressure. Oh man, that's probably a low kick Kang, and that's gonna be an issue for my team. Let's see, you have to definitely bring Heatran. I don't think you bring Talonflame. I think you bring Heatran, you bring Jellicent, you bring Kangaskhan, and I think you bring Abomasnow as the last one. Of course, Azumarill's viable, but I think Abomasnow is definitely one of the Pokemon you bring. You don't bring Talonflame because Heatran is better in the scenario. So I'm gonna bring Suicune and Salamence? I'm thinking Salamence. Rotom Heat doesn't do bad either. I mean, it hits a lot of these Pokemon for good damage. Rotom Heat really does do well. But I think I'm gonna go with Salamence just because Hyper Voice and Intimidate. Bring for Alpha and Tyranitar in the back. If we could stop Trick Room, that wouldn't be so bad. The only problem is, I do carry Taunt on Tyranitar, specifically for Trick Room teams. However, Kangaskhan and Jellicent is so obviously a lead, and then there's probably on Trick Room teams, you usually see low kick Kangaskhan, so it's going to be harder to bring that. As Kangaskhan and Jellicent lead, yep, just as I expected, against my Suicune and Salamence lead. Now, I don't know who you fake out here, but I don't care if you go for the fake out, pal, because I'm going for the Scald into the Kangaskhan, and I'm going for the Hyper Voice. I just want damage right away, because if I can damage this Kangaskhan, pick up a knockout, I think Tyranitar does really well against my opponent's team, as long as I am able to get the Sandstream up, and it's not Abomasnow who's doing the weather control here, so I just want damage on this Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's going to be a threat. And chip damage on the Jellicent will also be nice. So we're going to see Kangaskhan Mega Evolve. I wonder if he carries Ice Punch. I'm curious. But we're probably going to see Fake Out here. If he has Protect, I just got played. But we do see Fake Out. And probably into Suicune. Oh, into Salamence. Alright, so we got a good chance to get a burn here, which would be really nice. If we could get a burn here, that would be definitely a huge game changer. Scald into Kangaskhan. Does not score the burn, unfortunately, and we see the Trick Room. I'm really curious if this is Ice Punch K. I don't think you need Ice Beam, though. Now, what do you go for? Do you return the Salamence, or do you Will-O-Wisp it? I think you attack the Suicune, and then you realize Heatran deals with the team, so I'm going to switch out into Ferrothorn. Hyper Voice. I'm going to go for it. I think if you're predicting a Ferrothorn switching, you target the Salamence slot with the low kick. Not really necessary, though. I'm not sure if this Jellicent carries Ice Beam either, but we see the Water Spout. Not expecting that. Doesn't do much damage, but I was just surprised. And the Double Edge. I'm hoping this is into Suicune. Nope, it's into Salamence. Dang it. But wow, we're actually able to live that. That's pretty impressive. We get the Hyper Voice off. Big damage, yes, big damage. Big damage. Okay, this Kangaskhan the Sucker Punch is going for it onto the Salamence. I predict the Jellicent to either Protect, if it has it. It might go for the Will-O-Wisp, or he might switch out to Heatran. I'm going to Gyro Ball the Kangaskhan, and I think I'm going to switch out Salamence into Suicune. This is a safe play because, yeah, he's going to withdraw that Jellicent. We're probably going to see Suicune come out. I mean, Talonflame. Oh, I could have stayed in one for the... Well, then again, we're probably going to see a Sucker Punch anyway. Did we see a Sucker Punch? I assume we see the Sucker Punch. No, we don't. We're going to get Gyro Ball off and knock out this Kangaskhan. That's huge. That's really huge for us, because we got to get rid of his Mega, even though at the cost of our own, but our Mega wasn't really as important, especially with all his priority now that's going to dominate our Salamence, especially if he has a Abomasnow, which he does bring out. Oh man, I wonder how slow this Talonflame is. I wonder how slow this Talonflame is. How slow is your Talonflame? Even if you're slow at Talonflame, you still are... You know what? I'm going to sack on my Salamence here because it gives me a free switch into Tyranitar. And Tyranitar would be huge to bring in here. So I'm going to make this play. I'm going to switch out to Salamence, sack it off, bring out Tyranitar next turn, go for the Rock Slides, and... yeah. Oh, and Talonflame protects. That was another option I was considering depending on how slow his Talonflame was. As he goes for the Blizzard, which is an interesting choice. I think you go for the Giga Drain there. Because you knew Salamence was at low health. Unless you predicted like a switch into like Landorus Incarnate or something. I'm definitely bringing out my Tyranitar here. Definitely bring out Tyranitar. And I'm going to Rock Slide and Power Whip. I'm going to Power Whip the Talonflame slot because he's either sacking off his Talonflame You sacking off his... Then again, you could sack a Abomasnow technically. But would that be really worth it? I don't think it is. Abomasnow's not important. Well, is it? I guess it's just a way to beat Suicune, but he has to beat Ferrothorn first. I'm going to make this play. He might switch out the Abomasnow into Jellicent. He's going to switch out one of these Pokemon probably into Jellicent, but you can protect Abomasnow here and switch out to Jellicent. The Abomasnow's probably carrying the Focus Sash item too, so that's going to be an annoying issue. If you lose Talonflame, you basically outright lose to Ferrothorn here, and if you sack Talonflame off, that's really bad if you sack off your Talonflame, because you have no way to beat Ferrothorn. If you sack out Jellicent, he has to switch out to Jellicent with something. And if you switch out Abomasnow, you still lose your Talonflame, so that's still a bad position. No matter what, I pretty much have him in this huge... I basically have my opponent in check right now, and he does have to switch out that Talonflame and go into the Jellicent, which is what I wanted. Power Whip into the Jellicent does connect. We are going to knock out this Jellicent, and we're going to get a single target Rock Slide off onto his Abomasnow. Since Sand is going to break its Focus Sash, we're probably going to get a nice Rock Slide. Energy Ball going to connect, but we're in Sand. That doesn't even do half. We're going to get Rock Slide off, and it's single target, so I think we'll bring it down to Focus Sash. Oh, wow. No, it's not, but you know what? My opponent doesn't have a... He doesn't have a Life Orb. I mean, Choice Band on Talonflame, so Brave Bird and Ice Shard probably won't knock out Tyranitar. So, and Trick Room's still up. And ironically, Trick Room is a blessing for us because our Ferrothorn is the slowest thing on the field. We're going to Rock Slide and Gyro Ball. He pretty much has to Ice Shard, Brave Bird, the Tyranitar, and hope it's enough. He might just double protect here, but that's Sand stalling out your Abomasnow. Yep, he's going to go for that Ice Shard. Probably the Brave Bird too. Did I miscount Trick Room? Did I miscount Trick Room? Did I miscount Trick Room? That's... Oh, I miscounted Trick Room. That's a fail. Whatever. We still get the end result we wanted. You can't knock out Tyranitar. But then again, he pretty much had to make that play. If he let Tyranitar live, it was game over for him. And my Tyranitar does run speed investment, so his Abomasnow wouldn't have outsped if it's his Trick Room, full Trick Room mode. So... Wow, that was a really interesting game, but we were able to come through. We were able to come true. I think Tyranitar is definitely the MVP of this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this VGC episode. If you guys did, please leave a like down below. Show Tyranitar that thumbs up because it needs some action. It needs some recognition. Show Thunderwave Tyranitar your support. You want to see it What's funny, Tyranitar is like a Pokemon you always see at Worlds when it's a viable year. It has always made Worlds top cut, I believe. It might have always made Finals too, actually. Yeah, it's made Finals every year. Let's see, 2012, definitely. 2013. It was on 2012 Ray Rizzo's winning team. Runner-up Ryosuke Kosuge's 2013 Worlds team. Runner-up Judy Azzarelli's team in the 2014 season. It's definitely been a Pokemon you see at the World Championship in 2009, 10, except 11. Then again, Tyranitar wasn't allowed in 2011. So show Tyranitar your support, leave that thumbs up, and check out the rest of my videos. I hope to see you guys next time for another episode. Later, guys.